We have arrived in the medieval walled city of Lucca, and we are loving it. We are exploring, and already we are off the beaten path at the Fanner Home and Gardens. Felice Fanner arrived here in about 1860 from Australia to teach the locals how to brew beer. He had a brewery on this very spot beneath the house. And these are his magnificent gardens, absolutely stunning. And just beyond the gardens adjoining is the ancient medieval wall. So location, 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 and Felice Fanner had it all. Before we take a closer look, enjoy this marvelous view of the mansion and gardens from the Lucca Wall. And there we have the medieval city wall. Many bicyclists, many people walking, strolling, and 4 kilometers in total encircling the entire city. We'll be doing that tomorrow. In Lucca, when it's time to get away from the crowds, the winding narrow streets, and the shops, when you want a park-like setting with magnificent views, and also a great place to just stop, sit down, and have a lunch, this is the place to be. The ancient entrance to the Botanical Gardens is right here. Why spend 3 days in Lucca? Because we have a chance to visit off the beaten path places like the Lucca Botanical Gardens. This is so much fun, and just behind me is the actual Lucca Wall. So it abuts the wall, it is beautiful, and come along with us. Believe it or not, this redwood was brought to Lucca in 1840. What a fun place to visit. Hi, Patty. Yes, walking through the pond and turning backwards. Quite lovely. And here we have the cactus garden. A day in the Lucca Cactus Garden. And here we have arrived at what may be the centerpiece of the Botanical Gardens, the famous ginkgo tree, which is pretty old. It is about, as Patty said, a couple of 100 years old. And here we have the signature offering of the Botanical Gardens, the Cedar of Lebanon, planted in 1820. Thank you, Patty. Now, going through this part of our exploration, we are alone here, underground, under the wall, we make a turn, and we see this gate. And let me show you where we have come.
This is the Botanical Garden. We have walked under the wall to this battlement over here called Battlement St. Regiola. And now we're looking at through the greenery to the next battlement.
Okay, so through this very gate now, as Patty said, we are now on the outside of the wall looking in. And just ahead of us is another battlement. So we've actually walked to the point in the battlement where we are standing, where we can see the outside of the wall, which is right there. So it's actually fantastic. We've walked from the Botanical Gardens under the wall to the other side of the wall. And that's just so cool. There's a close-up of the wall. And inside we are finding more rooms, leading to more rooms. And again, we're all alone, making all these discoveries. Let's go back to this room. Probably a storage room, used probably in about the 1400s. And yes, oh, there's someone from the 1400s. No, not really. Say hello.
Not yet. Working on it.
That's true. And some beautiful hibiscus. Yeah. And sadly, we are now heading for the Botanical Garden exit. Many cities around the world have a main square. In Moscow, it's Red Square. In Venice, it's Piazza San Marco. And here in the medieval walled city of Lucca, it's Piazza San Michele. And behind me over my shoulder is the San Michele Church, built in 1495. I am standing on the center of the Roman village when the Romans were here, probably 2,000 years ago. And now one of the favorite pastimes in Lucca on Via Falungo, a main street. This was the main Roman street, believe it or not. Now boutiques, 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 and more boutiques. And when I said lots of people, I meant lots of people. And here is one final view of shopping on Fallujo Street. At about 6:30 p.m. There are so many marvels in Lucca, and this is one of them. I am at the Anfiteatro Piazza, the very site of the Roman amphitheater. I'm standing where the Roman amphitheater was. Behind me, the buildings, the stores, all built in a circle on the foundations of the Roman amphitheater. It is so exciting to be in Lucca. So many things to see and do.